I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fam's on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, I'll cast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's the #1 Chief Rocket in Knicks universe, your main man, Uncle Freezie. Y'all want this party started right. Y'all want this party started quickly, right? Okay. Good mornings, good mornings, good mornings. Good mornings. Welcome to the Knicks Morning Drive. I am the #1 Chief Rocket in Knicks universe, your main man, Uncle Freezie. And for the next couple of hours or so, we are going to have a conversation about our beloved New York Knicks. We're going to talk about this light is, I got to find a better setup, man. I can't look at the camera because this light is right here off the, let me see if I can move some things around here so that I can get this thing out of my face. Damn. Jeez. All right. All right. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Good mornings. Good mornings. Good mornings. Good mornings. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let me see here. Okay. Check, check, check. That is right. All right. Let's see. All right. Here we go. All right. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Let me do my shout outs real quick before I really get into it. Let me get into my shout outs real quick. Let me see. Is this what I want? Ooh, that was loud. Okay. That was loud. Okay. Let's get into these shout outs, man. Danny Landis is in the house. Wacko is in the house. The son of the legend Kerry Cox is in the house. Oh, look who here, the athlete, Geraldine Macabre. Miss Geraldine is in the house. David L. is in the house. I see y'all, man. I see y'all. Okay. Hope TV is in the house. Core Mega is in the house. Okay. All right. I see y'all, man. I see y'all in here. I see y'all, man. Good mornings. Good mornings. Almighty Finesse is in the house. White Falcon is in the house. Jamie Peralta is in the house. Okay. Miguel Pete is in the house. Okay. Jarrell, I see you. J Will is in the house. Justo11 is in the house. Kaiser Saucy is in the house. Okay. All right. JJ is in the house. Nick G is in the building. What's good, Nick G? Ed Winning is in the house. Sincere is in here. What's good? Okay. All right. JL is in the house. I see y'all. Tekla was good. What's good? Corey Lee is in the house. Black University is in the house. DJ Cash is in the house. Okay. I see y'all, man. Salute to y'all. Salute, salute, salute. Yo, there are so many comments, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I saw y'all commenting when I first put the time out there, but I was trying to get this slide to download. Let me see. Let me make this better. All right. So, how do we feel the day after the NBA draft? Right? How do we feel the day after the NBA draft? Ed Winning in here. Okay. Okay, I see y'all. Soulfinger. King Poppy is in the house. Okay. Toonie Got It is in the house. Them boys. Okay. Them boys is in here. In the house. Yo, let me start this thing off in a way, right? Let me start this thing off in a way. I ain't gonna lie to you. Today is not the day for me to rock the mic, y'all. Y'all know I like rocking the mic. Like I like to, you know what I'm saying, get in the thing or whatever. But I think today is y'all's day. Rivera is in the house. King Poppy is in the house. What's good? I was all set, man. Listen. Y'all know I keep a pad of ideas and stuff, right? Like I keep it like a pad of ideas and stuff right here right here. Like when I'm working, I'll just jot something down and then you know what I'm saying, I'll get into, you know what I'm saying, deep thought about it. And then from there, you know what I'm saying, I'm like, yo, how can I rock the mic? But today, I don't know if I want to be. Yo, Junior is in here too. Okay, I see you. I don't know if I want to rock today. I want to ask y'all some serious questions, right? Because whether you are the go for it team, whether your team go for it, or whether your team play the long game, you have your thoughts on what happened last night. Darren Wayne is in here. I see you. Regardless on how you want to build your championship contender, you clearly have thoughts on how things played out last night. And what I want to ask y'all, before I get into the Zach LaVine conversation, because the Zach LaVine conversation is a deep one. Well, let me do this. Y'all want to hear my thoughts on the Zach LaVine thing, the Paul George thing, or do y'all got something y'all want to add first? Kevin Went is in the house. Them boys say, I don't have a choice. I'm the #1 chief rocker. I got to rock the mic. JJ says, it's Clutch versus CAA. Nonsense. Shaking my head. And Soulfinger says, nah, just speak on it. Speak on it. And White Falcon's like, no to Zach. Let's talk PG. Okay. So here's the thing. Let me do this. I'll give you guys my thoughts on Zach LaVine. Right? I'll give you my thoughts on the Zach LaVine thing and on the Paul George thing. And then that way y'all can help me get back in the rails. That way y'all can help me get back in the rails. Right? So I'm going to start with this question. Did Zach LaVine disrespect the New York Knicks? Did Zach LaVine disrespect the New York Knicks, right? When I first heard this thing, like y'all, I felt some type of way. Paris Duggar, Keith Turner's in the house. Okay. King Ribby. So when I first heard this, the first thoughts in my mind was, who is Zach LaVine to turn down playing for the Knicks? That was my first thought. Who is Zach LaVine to turn down the Knicks, right? Zach LaVine hadn't done anything in his career. These are the things that come to the fore of my mind as I try to figure out why this guy all of a sudden, out of the blue, doesn't like New York. And then I started defending myself. Well, he not built for New York. You know what I'm saying? He went to UCLA. He not built for the bright lights. Right? It's the same thing I said about Lonzo Ball. When Lonzo Ball chose Chicago over the Knicks. Now, I'm glad he chose Chicago now. But at the time, I wasn't. These California kids turning down the opportunity to come play in the Garden. What's wrong with them? Right? Who is Zach LaVine to disrespect the Knicks? Chicago ain't done nothing since he been there. Lonzo Ball did the same thing, right? UCLA kid addresses a position of need with the Knicks. Don't even give the Knicks a chance. Right, but then I listened. Then I remembered last summer, excuse me, Zach LaVine had the Knicks on his wish list of destinations. The same narrative you heard, oh, this camp, such and such, this and that, this and that, this and that. You know what I'm saying? Zach LaVine's camp really loves New York and blah, blah, blah. And so I'm thinking, did he use New York last year as a negotiating ploy to get more money with Chicago? And if he did, it happens. I don't care. Everybody does it. Everybody uses the Knicks as the fake, team on the list, but people never come to New York. So then I heard the thing last night. Well, Zach LaVine's camp says he doesn't want to play for the Knicks or doesn't want to go to New York. So automatically I'm thinking, okay, who is Zach LaVine to say he doesn't want to play for the Knicks? Last summer, they were on your wish list, though. Okay. So now I'm feeling like it's conflicting reports. Now I'm feeling like it's conflicting reports. And then at the same time, I hear, man, the Knicks were talking to the Clippers about Paul George. So now I'm thinking to myself, okay, so the Knicks didn't get Paul George. Zach LaVine says he doesn't want to come here. We didn't get Donovan Mitchell. We didn't get Jaden Ivey. Now I got to start thinking about the man in the mirror. Did Zach LaVine disrespect the Knicks? Or is that just what we heard? Is it an agency thing? Or is it a beauty mark thing? Do we have a ugly spot on us? Or do we have an ugly spot on us? Do we have a flaw? Do we have a flaw on us? Right? And when I thought about that, I'm thinking, is it Zach LaVine? Is it Paul George? Is it Donovan Mitchell? Or is it us? In my opinion, this is the classic deflection. Jamie Peralta says, the ugly spot is Tibbs and Leon. Right. What I'm thinking is, that we have a spot on us that prevents people from heading here. But I want to say this to Knicks fans. That ugly spot is not you. To Knicks fans in the tri-state area and worldwide, like myself, you are beautiful. Now, do we have something, an ugly spot somewhere? It's like your car. Like your car has a scratch on it or something. You know what I'm saying? Or something that prevents you from being perfect. Because ultimately, the Knicks fan base is perfect. And not perfect because all of us are sane, but perfect in that when the Knicks are in the lottery, we show up. When they're in purgatory, we still show up. When they're in the playoffs, we still show up. On the road in strange cities like New Orleans, Louisiana, Memphis, Tennessee, Indianapolis, Indiana, we show up. We spend money. We click on articles. We fall for clickbait all the time. We thirsty. And to other fan bases, that makes us beautiful. The perfect fan base. Winning or losing, we're loyal. Period. That's just what it is. I'm not going to try to create a narrative. It's the middle of the summer. We got 100 people rocking right now. So when Zach LaVine looks at us, it's not the fan base. It's not you guys. It's not and S. It's not Uncle Freezie. It's not Danny Lee. It's not DJ Cash. When Zach LaVine looks at us, how can he not want to represent this? Is there something in his way, though? Is there something that he sees that he recognizes that is a bridge too far for him? MIG in the building. Aston was good. Axton was good. Axton, this is the craziest, wildest fan base in the game. It's what we do. Did Zach LaVine see something where he was like, no, I just can't deal with that? Sherwin was good. Thank you. Let me tell you, well, let me add a little something to it. The leaked Obi Toppin thing, a player frustrated with his coach. That's more major than minor. Obi Toppin is a good guy, at least we think. And for him to be that upset over a thing, and the coach try to play him on that, you think that other NBA players don't see these things is naive. Harlem CEO is in the house. Here's the thing. Zach LaVine don't have a no trade clause. Zach LaVine can't tell Chicago not to accept what they feel like is fair assets in exchange for him. But what he could do is when he get here, he can make a stink. Ed Walker is in the house. Okay. So do I feel like Zach LaVine disrespected the Knicks? No. And yes. I think Zach LaVine has no beef with you guys, the fans. Because if you've ever been to a Knicks game anywhere, if you've ever been to a Knicks game in your life anywhere, you understand that when the Knicks are behind you, who can be against you? And I'm talking about in any arena across the country. I'm talking about the Lakers, the Celtics, the most hardcore fan bases out there. They know, they see the Knicks on the schedule and they got to run an extra quarter mile, extra half mile on the treadmill that day. They got to pay their babysitter extra money that day. They have to drink Red Bull and Mountain Dew that day. Because when the Knicks fans show up, we taking over. And if you have on that orange and blue, it's like somebody put a battery in your back. So do I feel like Zach LaVine knows this? Yes. Zach LaVine's played against the Knicks before. You know what it feels like to be in his home arena and the Knicks take over. He know what it's like to be in Minnesota playing for the Timberwolves. It's only 12,000 people in that arena, and 8,000 of them are Knicks fans. And you at home looking at your teammates like, hey, guys, we got to create our own energy tonight. The Knicks outnumber us. We can't let them take over our arena, not in our house. And then you go out there with that ugly lime green and navy blue mess that the Timberwolves wear. And you try to be extra to get your outnumbered fans pumped up. And the arena staff is pumping in crowd noise to drown us out. I've been there. I've seen this happen in Charlotte, North Carolina, and in Washington, D.C., in Atlanta. Atlanta, Georgia is notorious for it. So many Knicks fans, they got to pump in crowd noise over the intercom to drown us out. Orlando. So when I look at the Zach LaVine thing, do I believe Zach LaVine disrespected the fan base? No. I think every NBA player has the ultimate respect for a crazy, bizarre, rambunctious, loyal, mouthy fan base. Right? But do I believe a shot was fired at the coaching staff or organization or front office? Yes. Do I believe a shot was fired at Tom Thibodeau and or Leon Rose? Absolutely. Do I believe that a shot was fired at Tom Thibodeau? Absolutely. Absolutely. When you ask these NBA players about Tibbs publicly, they'll be like, hey, Tibbs is a classy guy. You know, Tibbs is a hardworking coach. You know, Tibbs is one of the GOATs of the game. But I believe privately, players are like, no, I'm not playing for dudes like that. No. Miss Edwards is in the house. What's good? Shouting out everybody. Or everybody that I can catch, you know. Did Zach LaVine's camp send a shot bust off shots at Tibbs? Yes, absolutely. I believe it. Absolutely. Not because Zach LaVine didn't get over the fact that Tom Thibodeau traded him when he was injured. Tom Thibodeau traded Zach LaVine when Zach LaVine was injured on a torn ACL in Minnesota. Not just that, but then this week or the past couple of weeks, this past couple of weeks, the Obi Toppin tape comes out. And so basically what it is if you're a player on the outside looking in thinking, well, maybe Tom Thibodeau changed over time. Wrong. If you thought, well, that was Tibbs 10 years ago, Tibbs ain't like that today because when he was out of basketball, he said, blase, blase, blah, boom, boom, boom. Wrong. When you hear the small interaction with Obi and Tibbs, that lets you know right there that Tom Thibodeau has no respect for NBA players. Hey JJ, I'm gonna get to this. I think no disrespect, but I think that is what CAA wants you to think, right? And I'm gonna get to that right after I finish up on Tibbs. I'm gonna finish up on that after or get to that after I finish up on this Tibbs thing. T. Williams says Tibbs is petty. Absolutely. Tom Thibodeau is petty LaBelle. Absolutely. King NG is in the house. Okay. T. Williams says Tibbs is petty. And I'm going as far to say that Tom Thibodeau is petty LaBelle. After I heard the brief interaction with him and Obi, after I saw what he does to to NBA players, how you can't communicate with today's NBA players? Nah. Zach LaVine coming to New York was not a Knicks thing. Y'all are beautiful. Y'all perfect. Everything, the Knicks fan base is absolutely perfect. Everything that's put on the internet, Knicks fans click on it. They can't help it. They can't get enough of Knicks content. Juju in the building. You guys absolutely can't get enough of Knicks content, right? It is what it is. We like what we like. I'm not judging. I'm here stating the obvious. The main reason why Zach LaVine said that is because Tom Thibodeau traded him when he was injured. Tom Thibodeau doesn't know how to communicate with the modern NBA player. It's obvious. Rel is in the building. Shout out to We Talk Mavs, the homies. Make sure y'all check out the content for We Talk Mavs, man. Those the homies. So I'm going to ease my way into what JJ said, but I'm going to start with Cam Reddish. How does Tom Thibodeau, and I think Cam Reddish is clutch, right? Cam Reddish is a clutch client, right? Or however you phrase it. The way Tom Thibodeau treated Cam Reddish is a shame. And the fact that we think that we can't get a clutch client because of the clutch war, the clutch CAA war, is wrong. How about this? How about me and JJ and I are brothers, and JJ works for a company and they do him wrong? When the company comes to recruit me, you think I'm going to go work for them after the way they did my brother? Wrong. Sorry. 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 Tom Thibodeau didn't speak to Cam Reddish for an entire month. When they asked Cam Reddish at the trade deadline, hey, man, you know what's going on, man? Did you put a trade request out there, blah, blah, blah? Did you talk to Tibbs? He's like, nah, man, I ain't talked to Tibbs since such and such. And yet we think that clutch client is not sharing that information with other NBA players around the league? Sorry. Say, me and Hardwill and myself are brothers, and he go work somewhere and the boss treat him like crap. Don't even talk to him. Treat him like crap. Don't even talk to him. and then they come recruit me, you think I'm going to work for them? Wrong. As Knicks fans, I just think we got to have a stronger memory. Tom Thibodeau did Cam Reddish dirty. Cam Reddish was clutch. Zach LaVine is clutch. You don't think clutch heard about how Tibbs did Cam Reddish? And I see I know y'all saying, well, maybe Cam Reddish is not a good basketball player. It doesn't matter. He's still a human being. Because if Tom Thibodeau does that to Cam Reddish, the low of the low, he'll do that to anybody. Exactly. And right. Thank you, Juju. See, this is the thing. This is the thing that I'm trying to get to. This thing right here, right? Tibbs treats Obi like crap, and he's CAA. The point that I'm getting at is this dude. It doesn't matter. Tom Thibodeau isn't. He's not in the clutch CAA war. He is just who he is. Okay, thank you. Hey, can I buy you dinner later? I'm live. I'm talking to everybody live. Oh, I'm loud. I'm sorry. I'm not loud. I'm just passionate. I'm sorry. You gonna tell everybody, hey?
Good morning.
Miss Mocha said, hey, everybody. So here's my thing. Tom Thibodeau is not in this clutch CAA war. Tom Thibodeau is Tom Thibodeau. It doesn't matter. You think Tom Thibodeau is going to treat Jacob Toppin nice just because his brother is here? He's going to be himself. The reason why he got fired out of Minnesota is because of this same thing. The dude is who he is. We got to recognize he is what he is. That's my belief on it. Now I'm open to all of you guys' comments. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about it. Y'all feel like Tom Thibodeau is a great communicator? You feel like Tom Thibodeau is a nice guy? You feel like Tom Thibodeau is patient with young players? You feel like Tom Thibodeau does communicate with players? You feel like Tom Thibodeau is open and upfront with everybody? Then y'all explain it. But I feel like Tom Thibodeau doesn't treat human beings with respect. Cam Reddish, Frank Ntilikina, Kevin Knox, the way he did Kevin Knox. And I know these players aren't good NBA players. I know they're not stars, right? But I'm talking about human beings. Hey, Murphy says it's time for Tibbs to go. Listen, Miss Geraldine had been telling me this for years, or for months at least. Dang, cause you missed the whole thing. You must have just got here. I never said Zach LaVine disrespected the Knicks. I never said that. Where it says all coaches have flaws, but not all flaws are not equal. Okay, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. All right. All right. Here's my other part to it too. I want to touch on the Paul George thing, just real quick. How close were the Knicks to trading for Paul George? Not close at all in my mind. Not close in my mind. I think they just checked in. Hey, Paul George available? He might be. Okay, then I'll holler at y'all. That's how close I think it was. That's how I think how close it was. I'm gonna do these super chats real quick just to make sure they don't age out. So Paris Duggar says, thank you for the generous contribution. Paris Duggar says, it was a perfect Knicks night last night, basically. It was a perfect Knicks night. And Paris Duggar also says, thank you, Paris Duggar. He says, we have everything we need. Go on vacation, fans. Paul George. How close was it? Not very. Not very close in my mind. I think it was as simple as, hey, y'all, how y'all doing? Good. Is Paul George available? He might be. Okay, then I'll holler at y'all later. Peace. That's how close it was. Because teams that negotiate, entities that listen. Listen, y'all know what it is. When you want something, you go get it. When you want something, you go get it. Like if you're a man and you see a woman and you want to be in a relationship with her, you talk to her and you treat her nice. You take her places. You buy her stuff. You listen to her. You talk to her. You go through these things. You negotiate. You negotiate with her. Like, hey, you go through these things because you want to be in a relationship with her. So you negotiate. Hey, yeah, I'll take you to the movies. What movie you want to go to? What movie you want to see? Oh, you want to go see that tearjerker? Yeah, I like horror action movies. You want to go see a tearjerker? We'll go see the tearjerker. You want to go to a restaurant? Yeah, I'm a burger and fries guy. Oh, you want to go uptown? You want to go uptown? You want cloth? You want tablecloths and cloth napkins? You want silverware? Real silverware? You want a waiter in a suit to come to our table? I like burgers and fries, but okay, if you'll go, if as long as we together, okay, let's do it. Oh, you want to go to the Bahamas? I don't have a passport. I let my passport expire. Oh, you really want to go? Okay. You get I got my passport and stuff together. When you want to go? Around the holidays, I usually spend that time with my family. Oh, you got it. That's your Christmas gift. Okay, we'll go. But the Knicks were in pursuit of Paul George. Really? Okay. How come all we heard is one day of action? No, they weren't after Paul George. That's a pump fake. That's a pump fake. The Knicks wasn't after Paul George. Right? The Knicks wasn't after Paul George because look, When Bradley Beal became available, teams were lining up, and you heard whispers from everybody involved. Oh, Phoenix might be involved. Oh, Miami might be involved. Oh, such and such might be involved. Okay. Oh, Bradley Beal got traded to Phoenix. Oh, okay. I heard they were interested. The Knicks and Paul George, this ain't real. And listen, and if it's not, that's okay. That's okay. Listen, I'm not. Listen, they probably heard how the price was for Paul George and was like, "Oh, I'm good." And there's no shame in that. Yeah, man, what's good with Paul George? We love Paul George. We want him to be a Clipper forever. Ooh. So you telling me the price is high? Yes. Oh, never mind, man. It's so good. I just came through to kick the tires. I was just seeing if I could sneak in and get him at a discount. The Paul George thing, man. The Paul George thing. As a Knicks fan, I would love to have Paul George. But also as a Knicks fan, I would not want to give up all of our assets to get Paul George. I'm sorry. Zach LaVine, I would love to have Zach LaVine, but I'm not in the. I don't want to give up all of our assets to get Zach LaVine. Donovan Mitchell, I love Donovan Mitchell, man. Y'all thought I was gonna say something after that, right? You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing that I really want to chop it up with y'all about. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this. It's two things. Did the Knicks botch the NBA draft? And are Knicks fans good with the direction of the team? Okay, so I got about. Listen. I'm going to talk y'all ear off for the next 40 minutes straight, back to back, right? Back to back. I can't help it. Because when I ask this question, when I ask these two questions, it puts me in a space where I feel like I have to empty the clip. I just have to. I just have to. Hey, boss, can I have some ice water in one of those big movie cups? All right. Bim. I gotta get something. I gotta get something to drink, man, because I gotta get into my bag here. And y'all stay with me on this, please, because I don't want to be judgmental and I don't want to be judged. All I want to do is put some stuff out here and y'all help me get along with this. Yeah, help me with this, please. Did the Knicks botch the draft last night? Absolutely. Absolutely. IKBM is in the house. Big Who is in the house. Jay from PR is in the house. Here's the thing. Here is the reason why I feel like the Knicks botched the draft. Because today, Evan Fournier is still a Knick. Today, Derrick Rose is still a Knick. That's one part of it. Thank you. I think it's over. I think it's okay. While I don't have anything against Evan Fournier, I don't have anything against Derrick Rose. I like Derrick Rose. It's smelly. Oh, never mind. I don't have anything against Fournier. I have nothing against Rose. What I do, though, have something against is the direction of the team. Is Derrick Rose a key part of the Knicks going forward? Is Evan Fournier a key part of the Knicks going forward? And the reason why I ask that is because Knicks fans ask me constantly, like every time I say something like, yeah, man, if the Knicks traded Mitch for DeAndre Ayton, I wouldn't mind that. Like, I'm not opposed to trading DeAndre Ayton for Mitch. The first thing, he makes too much money. Right. So if he makes too much money, then why are we wasting money on our bench? Because even if we give Josh Hart 18 and Fournier is here, that's 37. And Rose is here, that's $52 million on the bench. That's a Damian Lillard coming off our bench. And if you add Hartenstein, that's $60 million coming off the bench. So do I feel like the Knicks botched the draft last night? Yes, last night was that time when all the teams are at the table at one time. All the NBA teams are in theory, in the remotely in the same place at the same time. Everybody's at the table. You can negotiate with everyone because everyone is at work. So when it comes to the money thing aspect of it, if they had just did that and not drafted players, I'd have been absolutely okay. I wouldn't have loved it, but I'd have been okay with it because it would have gave Knicks fans the perception that the front office has a plan. Without Scott Perry being the man, without Scott Perry being around, we did no trades on draft night. We moved no bad contracts. But we did sign Jacob Toppin. The agents in the building did sign Jacob Toppin, though. without an experienced general manager on draft night, the Knicks drafted no players. They didn't move any bad contracts. But after the draft, agents do what agents do. The agents came in and they did what agents do. Get money, get money. Get money, get money. The former agents do what former agents do. And I think what the narrative is going to be going forward, the narrative going forward, y'all, is going to be this. We have these young kids that are just on the verge of breaking out. And so we want to keep our kids in our draft picks because we value the future. But you know what the future is, everybody? Untouchable. I'm gonna put game out here. The future is untouchable. A human being can never touch the future because they're always in the present. So it don't matter how far ahead you think you're going, you're still in your present. And so dangling the carrot, dangling the future carrot is how how entities keep you locked in. Yeah, man, that little boy that's in 5th grade right now is going to lead you to a championship. Oh, yeah? How long I got to wait? Well, you know, he only in 5th grade. He just started 5th grade this year. So he got to graduate from high school. And then once we draft him, you got to give him 3 years. That's going to be our narrative going forward. It's easy. You guys are smart. Y'all understand that these entities put out a lot of clickbait. You know, oh, the Knicks talked to the Clippers about Paul George. Really? How long did they talk to him? Did they negotiate? Did they exchange medical records? Did anybody talk to Paul George? Did the Clippers lay out what they wanted? Did the Knicks let the Clippers know how serious they were about acquiring him? No. None of that stuff was said. They were like, yeah, the Knicks called the Clippers about Paul George. The Knicks botched the draft. They knew they were going to botch it. The Knicks botched the draft and they knew they were going to botch it. So then you hear, oh, Zach LaVine doesn't want to play for the Knicks. His camp says, and then you hear stuff like, the Knicks touch bases with Paul George. The reason why, and it makes you formulate your own opinion. You thinking, well, the Knicks didn't trade into the draft because they were saving those assets for Paul George, for Zach LaVine. Really? Really? What, now that Paul George and Zach LaVine are off the table, who are they saving those assets for now? I mean, think about all the narratives. Like, I'm looking at your comments, right? Think about all the comments that I've seen y'all put out there. What I'm going to ask you to do is not respond to me, but think about the comment you said and fast forward it. Right? Like I saw somebody say Zach LaVine is not a championship player. Well, if Zach LaVine is not a championship player, then why would the Knicks try to trade for him? Just keep building on your comment, right? Build on your comment. If Zach LaVine is not a championship player, then why would the Knicks try to trade for him, right? That's the second part. That's just one part of building, right? Now, if that is the case, Zach LaVine's not a championship player, the Knicks tried to trade for him. The next part of that should be, well, why is my organization trying to trade for a player that's not a championship player? Now let's build on that. Do I have faith in an organization that's trying to trade multiple assets for a guy that's not a championship player? You see how this thing doesn't even come back to Zach LaVine now? I'm just asking. Listen, the thing is, I'm a passionate Knicks fan just like y'all, right? And I see y'all at these games. Y'all be running up, but sometimes I be nervous. People running up on me, yo! Like I be at the yo. Sometimes I be nervous. I mean, I'm not a nervous person, but sometimes it startle me, make me think like I gotta put these hands up, because I'll be at a concourse buying $21 nachos. Yes, $21 nachos. And no, they are not worth $21, by the way. They are not that good. But I'll be at the concourse buying $21 nachos and a Diet Pepsi, and somebody be like, yo, Uncle Freezie. And then I'll be like, oh, snap. Because y'all are passionate, man. I'm passionate with y'all. I'm with y'all. But think about this. Think about how everything comes back to us. Because like even when JJ said it, and in my mind, what JJ says makes sense to an extent. I just don't agree with it. And reasonable, mature adults can disagree on a topic. Reasonable adults can disagree on a topic, right? And the thing is CAA versus clutch, right? If it is CAA versus clutch, oh my gosh. The Hoodie Cab news is out. Okay. Well, listen, if it's CAA versus clutch, why is our organization hell-bent on beating clutch when the goal of this front office is to win a championship? Why should we support an organization that is at war with an agency? You feel me? Like Leon Rose should be inviting all agencies, and if they're reputable, high standard, high class organizations, if clutch is that, Leon Rose should be talking to them. There should be no CAA versus clutch, because ultimately, the goal is to win championships, or is it? The goal for Leon Rose is not to get CAA paid. That's why he was divested of all his interest when he took the job. His goal is to win the Knicks a championship or 2 or 3. Or is it? Or does an old dog keep fleas? As soon as I said, does an old dog keep fleas, my dog started. Sorry about that, y'all. I think the mailman came and my dog was like just going crazy. Sorry about that. So yeah. My thing is before my dog lost his mind was shouldn't Leon Rose's number one job be winning a championship for the Knicks and have the Knicks be prosperous? The Leon Rose's number one job, whether people realize it or not, is have the Knicks be profitable. And if he can do that and win championships, then he'll stay in that job a long time. That's his job. Be profitable for the Knicks. Make the Knicks profitable, increase their property, increase their value, and win championships. So did the Knicks botch the draft last night? Absolutely. Absolutely. Because on the one night where you could have made the significant changes to your roster, you go into the draft without a general manager, basically. How I know Scott Perry wasn't there or how Scott Perry wasn't involved, the Knicks were quiet. General managers manage generally. General managers manage all the general stuff that go on around in the day-to-day. We don't have one. Scott Perry is on his way out, kinda, or really on his way out. And so you didn't see any general manager moves last night. Just didn't. Did the Knicks need to make major roster moves? No, of course not. Of course not, because our major roster move this year is Josh Hart. That's our major roster move. We just got to live with it. Doesn't matter if you like it or not. Josh Hart is the major roster move. Doesn't matter if you like Josh Hart or not. I don't even, to be honest with you, as far as this conversation goes, it is what it is. It is what it is. Could the Knicks have done certain things better yesterday? Absolutely. Absolutely. Here's the other thing about last night's draft. The reason why I think they botched last night's draft is because I'm not for sure if they know what the direction of the team is. I'm not for sure if they know what the direction of the team is. And listen, and that is not a slight against them. I think they're still trying to figure out what this team is and where it's going. So instead of making a major move, I think what they want to see is this. They don't know the direction, right? Because they don't know how good Jalen Brunson can be. Right? I'm going to ask you guys, how good is Jalen Brunson? Can you speak definitively on how good Jalen Brunson is and how bright his future is? Because if Jalen Brunson is a top 3 point guard, do you really need a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander? How good is Jalen Brunson? Is Jalen Brunson better than Donovan Mitchell? Because if Jalen Brunson is better than Donovan Mitchell, then why trade for Spider? Is Jalen Brunson better and more impactful than Zach LaVine? Because if he is, why trade for Zach LaVine? Right now, is Jalen Brunson better than Anthony Edwards? More impactful? Right now, and I'm talking about today. I'm talking about right now in this moment. Is Jalen Brunson better than Anthony Edwards? And if so, why would you be looking to trade for Anthony Edwards? Is Jalen Brunson better than Damian Lillard? If so, why would you entertain the thought of trading for Damian Lillard? This is why I say the front office may not have a clear direction because you really don't know how good Jalen Brunson is or can be. And do you want to stunt his growth by bringing in somebody that'll be more dominant and more impactful? Now you don't know what you have in Jalen Brunson, or you stunning his growth. Think about what I'm asking you. I'm asking you, is Jalen Brunson better than Bradley Beal? And if so, why would you bring in that guy to stunt Jalen Brunson's growth? And for this reason, I'm saying the front office may not know the direction of the team because you don't know how good Jalen Brunson is or will be. After all, this is Jalen Brunson's first season being the lead dog. Knicks fans, were you not impressed with Jalen Brunson's first year being the lead dog? Are you not impressed? Did Jalen Brunson's first season as point guard of the Knicks not impress you? And this was his first season. You don't know if it's his best season. Do you bring in a Jalen Brunson, somebody that can stunt his growth? And listen, y'all can say what y'all want. Oh, I knew Brunson was gonna be a megastar as soon as I saw him. Oh, really? Was he a megastar in Dallas? Cats be talking after the fact, like, yeah, I always knew that kid was gonna be what he is. Nah, no, you didn't. Because when he played next to Luka, he was complimentary. He was French fries. He was a milkshake. He wasn't the burger. Now that Brunson's the burger, now you seeing something. Am I wrong? Do y'all feel like I'm wrong? If Jalen Brunson was this good next to Luka, Jalen Brunson would still be a Dallas Maverick. And for that reason, I'm saying the team doesn't have a clear direction because they don't know, or the front office doesn't have a clear direction because they don't know how good Jalen Brunson can be. I see you. Paris Duggar says, oh, okay. He probably got something negative. Paris Duggar probably got something negative to say. Let me read it real quick. Freezie didn't see Brunson in Dallas in the playoffs. Right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to respond to Paris Duggar real quick, and then I'm going to get back to real Knicks talk. Paris Duggar, there have been players over the years that have had great playoff performances and wound up being absolutely nothing. Matter of fact, I think RJ Barrett had a decent stretch in this year's playoffs. Is he about to become what Jalen Brunson was this year? I'm just asking. RJ Barrett had an 8-game stretch in this year's playoffs where he looked like he was about to break out. So is that the reason why they didn't go get Zach LaVine? Because RJ Barrett had an 8-game stretch? I'm just asking. I know I probably shouldn't even address it. I know I can see people sucking their teeth and clicking off right now just because I addressed it, right? Like, so y'all come on back, man. Paris Duggar was just playing. But the thing is, when a guy is this good, don't you want to see him reach his potential and then compliment him? Now, I'm not saying that he's not going to need help, because he's going to need help in the backcourt. He's going to need help in the backcourt, definitely. Every NBA guard does. Every NBA guard, every great guard that has ever existed every great NBA guard that has ever existed had help in the backcourt. Boys. Bo Ismail, you need to get a life, bro. Bo Ismail, you can't be a comedian 24/7, bro. Bo Ismail. Bo Ismail out here talking about extra toppings. Man, get out of here, bro. Get out of here. So I think is this. I think the direction of the team is not clearly laid out, not because of incompetence, but because you want to see. Give you an example. You saw Jalen Brunson in one season do his thing as the lead dog. Now, do you package Grimes and Quickly for a compliment for Jalen Brunson right now? Do you package Grimes and Obi and Deuce McBride for a veteran compliment to Jalen Brunson right now? Right? Anthony D. I'm going to ask Anthony D. Right? Anthony D. Right? You saw Jalen Brunson for 1 year. Right? Now, based off of that 1 year of data, not even 82 games, it's like 70 games, maybe 60 games, whatever it was. Based on these 70-ish games, do you package Grimes and Quickly and Obi to get Jalen Brunson a compliment based off of what you saw in 70 games? I'm asking. I'm asking Anthony D. Anthony D, answer the question. You're a YouTuber. Don't be scared of the moment. Anthony D is a YouTuber. Anthony D has his own show on YouTube. He know how this works. Anthony D, based off of 1 year of data, 70-ish games, are you going to make a stone cold decision based off of 70 games from Jalen Brunson? Are you going to package Grimes and Obi and IQ for a guy to go with Jalen Brunson based off of that 70 years of 70 games of data? Kaiser Salsa said, "Well, who? I guess it depends on who it is." And since Anthony D won't answer, Juju says, "Hell yeah." Since Anthony D won't answer, I'll just go by what Juju said. Thank you, Anthony D, for participating. Juju says, hell yeah. Oh, Anthony D says, okay. Anthony D said yes. Okay, all right. I ain't see it. My bad. Kaiser Sose says Grimes is the compliment. Yes. But you know what? If that is the case, then we got to go back to the chef. Because if Grimes is the compliment, how come the chef is not allowing the compliment to do his thing? Right? It's the reason why Zach LaVine didn't disrespect Knicks fans. He was sending shots at a guy. Because y'all are perfect. Y'all are perfect. Y'all do everything a organization. Knicks fans are everything an organization wants a fan base to be. Are they passionate? Do they spend money? Are they engaged? Do they jump on every? Knicks fans do everything. Knicks fans do everything that an organization wants. Are you engaged? Are you passionate? Right? See, because the thing about fan bases is fan bases can easily become apathetic. But not the Knicks. Not the Knicks, though. The Knicks are not going to be apathetic, Knicks fans. So when the disrespect from Zach LaVine, it's not at you guys. It's not at you guys. You guys are perfect. You guys are perfect. Y'all do everything an organization wants a fan base to do. Any drop of news, we jump on it. We thirsty. We love the Knicks. Anything. You could say, somebody could just put out a random report. Hey, the Knicks contacted the Clippers about Paul George. Front page news. Front page news. The smallest little thing. Hey, Zach LaVine's camp said that he don't want to play for the Knicks or in New York or whatever. Front page news. Y'all are perfect. We are thirsty, bro. So it's not. It's like we got to take all these details and stitch it together like those quilts that our great grandmas used to make. Those patchwork quilts. We got to take all these details and put them all together so that we can have cover. Right? Because when we just chase waterfalls, we never find them. And what I'm saying to the passionate Knicks fans is, I know it's gonna sound cliche, don't go chasing waterfalls, right? Right? What we have is good enough. We have each other. This fan base is stout, robust, smart, thirsty, sometimes crazy, but it's who we are and it's what we have. So like when you see all these details going all about and all this stuff, blah, 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 boom, 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 we're like, oh my God, it's Clutch versus CAA. It's Clutch. Nah, it's listen, Tom Thibodeau is disrespectful to young players. Sorry. I know we wanted it to be something else. We want it to be something else. It's not something else. It is what it is. Shout out to my main man, Bully, in the building. So does the Knicks have a clear direction? I don't think they do. And here's the other thing. Julius Randle is going into his 5th season as a Knick. And if y'all know the pattern, if y'all know the Randle pattern, you know next year is going to be a bad Julius Randle year. Y'all know the pattern, right? Bad, good. Bad, good. What's next? So how can you have a clear direction if you don't know what Randle you're going to get? Right? Bad Randle, good Randle. Bad Randle, last year's Randle. Right? Y'all know the routine. Y'all know how I go. Bad Randle, good Randle. Bad Randle, good Randle. What's next? Bad Randle, good Randle. Bad Randle, good Randle. You can almost expect turnover Randle. You can expect thumbs down Randle. You can expect Julius Randle cussing out fans. Or that has been the pattern. Now, if he breaks the pattern, good for him. Right? If he breaks that pattern, good for him. But how can you expect the team to know what they're getting? This is my point. If it's a bad Randle, good Randle, bad Randle, good Randle, right? Then you have Jalen Brunson, one great season as the Knicks lead guard. RJ Barrett looks great in 8 playoff games. Right? But here is the other piece to it. Here's the other piece to it that we'll add and we'll conversate about real quick, right? So even with that said, even with those 3 variables in place, is Tom Thibodeau good at managing the workload of a dominant point guard? Is Tom Thibodeau good at managing the workload of an all-star caliber point guard? Can somebody give me an example of where Tom Thibodeau kept the workload good for the workload fairly even for a all-star level point guard without injuring him? Can Tom Thibodeau keep Jalen Brunson healthy and playing at a high level at the same time? And for this reason, I'm saying the front office doesn't have a clear direction on where to go. Y'all let me know, because I already have my answer set. I'm looking at Minnesota. I'm looking at that mess in Minnesota where everybody was hurt under Tom Thibodeau. Even Jimmy Butler got hurt under Tom Thibodeau. I'm looking at that mess in Minnesota where Tibbs had them at the second seed and he worked Jimmy Butler down to the bone. And Jimmy Butler wound up getting hurt. And then Minnesota wound up playing the Pelicans in the first round and getting exposed. I think it was the Pelicans. It seems like the Pelicans. Can Tom Thibodeau manage the workload of an all-star caliber player? Shout out to Todd Barbie, if he's listening. I talked to Todd Barbie this morning, and I said something to him, and it was like an epiphany. You know how you have an epiphany in the conversation? Like, how can we blame Obi Toppin for not getting minutes and being frustrated while he watches Julius Randle get overworked and get injured? Is that a Randle issue? Is that an Obi issue? No. It's the chef's issue. Because people are saying, man, Randle got hurt in the playoffs and he banged up, and if he was hurt, he shouldn't have played, and he came back too early, and blah, 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 and boom, boom, boom. You know what? Is that Randle's fault? I mean, a lot of y'all say Randle's got a capable backup. Is that Randle's fault? Or is that the man pulling the switches fault? Is that Oz's fault? Or not Oz, the Wizards' fault. Is that the Wizards' fault? All these things go together. That's why I'm saying the direction of the team. Have we seen the very best of Jalen Brunson? Right? Which Julius Randle are we going to get? Bad Julius, good Julius, bad Julius, good Julius. Can Tom Thibodeau keep his star players healthy so that we can see them healthy in the playoffs? If you're the front office and you're seeing that, you're like, with all these factors, with all these variables, I just need more time. I just need more time. So if you're the front office and you went into last night's draft, right? You go into last night's draft? Sure, they botched it. But did they have a clear direction? No. I don't think they know what they have. Is this team a legit second round team going forward? Or did they just make the second round this year? It's a lot of stuff to consider, y'all. It's a lot of stuff to consider. You know what? And we are going to find out this week. We are going to find out this week. I think we're going to start getting news as soon as tonight. And that'll let us know where we're going. Thank y'all for rocking with me, man. That was a fast 100 minutes. Appreciate everybody for coming through, man. Y'all, please hit the like button. Y'all like stuff like this, man. Hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to the channel. Support the channel so that we can get more conversations just like this one. I'm going to try to rock tonight. I'll see y'all then.